Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12, 2023 from your favorite WagerTalk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately, so the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on.
Welcome, everybody, to Wager Talk Today, January 31st, $9 Mondays. A happy day for Cincinnati and the Rams. A frustrating day for Kansas City and San Fran. Teddy covers. I'm Lawrence Presman. We got a jam-packed show. Marco D'Angelo right off the bat. He's looking at a hockey game, Vancouver and Chicago, a basketball game. Memphis and Philadelphia. Carmine Bianco coming on, couple of hockey games, and Bryan Leonard, who's on a 9-0 hockey run, just to make a quick mention. He's got 2 college hoops games, Iowa, Penn State, Wilfred Mercer. Teddy, before we get into the football, we sold a bunch of the Odd Couple package on Friday. I went 1-0 Friday, 2-2 Saturday, 0-1 Sunday, but I killed it in my prop bets. So I was basically dead even. Did you carry us?
So it's Super Bowl Monday, all right? The only thing that people are tuning in for today is Super Bowl analysis. And you're sitting here, how did you do? Oh, this is our package and what we sold. This isn't a sales call.
It never ends. It never ends.
Okay. Did I carry us? No. Did I have an okay weekend? Yes.
Okay. So you could have just said that instead of wasting 2 minutes on a show that everyone is tuning into to hear nothing but Super Bowl thought, even though Marco's doing hockey and basketball, Carmine's doing hockey, Brian's doing basketball, and Teddy's doing the lecture Lawrence. What did you learn in the
last show on the Monday morning where the Super Bowl line just came up? The last thing people want to hear is, "Oh yeah, Prez, I sold a bunch of packages."
Now you're doing it again.
Talk Super Bowl. Now,
are you done?
Worth noting, Wager Talk Today over the course of the next 2 weeks. We're not all Super Bowl all the time. We're talking NHL, we're talking NBA, we're talking college hoops. There are other games going to be played for the next 2 weeks besides the Super Bowl. That being said, we'll certainly have plenty of Super Bowl talk over the next couple of weeks before the big game kicks off.
Are you finished lecturing me?
Yes.
What did you learn in the wonderful world of sports betting this weekend?
Well, on Mondays, we like to do BBBBBB, bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books, a recap of what happened this past weekend. This is a different Monday with Super Bowl show. You know, yesterday, KC Cincinnati, -7, 54.5 at the close. Obviously, Cincy rallying from 18 points down to win the game. Game stays under the total. Sweat, whether you had side or total in that one. Same story with the late game, the Rams and the 49ers. Close 3.5, 45.5. Sweat sides, sweat total. The books did just fine. All right, all the teaser bettors, there was lots of teaser money on KC. So teaser bettors struggled. Moneyline bettors lost with KC. Both games stayed under. Was a decent championship weekend for the house. But obviously, with the 2 games, both coming down to the wire side and total, right sides, wrong sides, bad beats. It was tough. Doesn't matter who you lost with on Sunday, I should say. It was rough. Now, Super Bowl is Christmas for sports bettors. It truly is the American sports betting holiday. Where did the Super Bowl line open? Well, we had a look-ahead line. We had a look-ahead line from the Westgate from last week that had the Rams 3.5, 51.5 against the Bengals. Opened last night Look, it was 3.5 in Vegas at Circa and Westgate. Circa had 3.5 for less than a minute. Westgate had 3.5 for their look-ahead line. Opened at 4.5 at DraftKings back east. Opened at 4 offshore leading indicator books, and it settled at +-4 immediately. That's the opener for the Super Bowl. Total opened up anywhere from 49 to 51. Settled 49.5, 50 last night. We're looking at 49/48.5 this morning. So we are seeing legitimate under money at the open for the Super Bowl. Side money, two-way action right from the get-go. Prez, what'd you learn this weekend?
Oh, Teddy, what did I learn? I learned that Cincinnati impressed the hell out of me. But I don't know, man. I'm just so happy this NFL season is over, bro, or coming to an end. To be honest with you, I was saying this to someone on Friday night. I've had an unbelievable NFL season from start to finish, 57+%, blah, blah, blah. I'm done. I'm done. It's like NFL is like Las Vegas to me. I can't wait for it to begin. And I'm even more excited when it ends. So that's how I feel, man. I'm burnt out.
I'm looking forward to this Super Bowl, man. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl a lot. There aren't a lot of Super Bowls where the line comes out on Sunday night and I'm like, I know who I'm betting. I'm betting it now, and I'm betting it large. I can think of maybe 2 Super Bowls in 25 years that I felt that way. And I felt that way last night, and we got a 5% big ticket play up for the Super Bowl.
Well,
locked and loaded right now, $9 Monday.
Well, let's talk about that, but just really quick, I want to say, and for me, the Super Bowl is the least important football game of the whole year in NFL. Sure. Literally,
I get it.
Like I could care less. I don't need to study it. I don't need to watch it 6 times to figure out what to bet next week. It's an irrelevant game. I'm a sports bet. I don't give a shit who wins this game. All I care about is how am I going to beat the NFL next season? Well, I don't need to worry about it in February.
Sure.
Teddy,
and that's,
yeah.
Well, it's important to note. I mean, we call Super Bowl Christmas for sports bettors, and it is. Certainly when it comes to the pros versus the recreational bettors. You know, we've had a lot of Super Bowls before, Prez. It's not like this is an all-in spot necessarily year in, year out. So I'm with you on the fact that this is for you. You know, Super Bowl is for you guys more than it is for us, per se. But this is one Super Bowl. I got a strong betting opinion. So
good.
I like that. Oh, yeah. I like that so much more that you're sitting there going, you have one game, you have to handicap, you're going back and forth between the 2 teams for 2 weeks. That's brutal. This isn't that game for me. It's not that game for my clients. I have a side. I like it.
Well, there you go. Guys, it's $9 Mondays at WagerTalk.com. Teddy's got a 5% play for the Super Bowl up right now. It's only $9. I have a 5% play in hockey tonight. It's only $9. And remember, last week we won all the 5% plays I released. I'm on a 9-1 run in these. Carmine Bianco's got a 5% play in hockey up tonight. And Marco D'Angelo has a 5% Super Bowl play up. It's only $9. Marco and Teddy race to be the first ones up with their Super Bowl 5%. Which one of you won, Teddy?
Marco.
And there you go. Marco D'Angelo joining us. Anything to add on the stuff we have spoken about?
No, funny thing we've said, Teddy and I, before we went on air, we both immediately had opinions on this Super Bowl. And I was at South Point like I am every Sunday playing poker, watching the games. And I literally got up from my table, grabbed my iPad and went into the sports book, sat down and put my play up for the Super Bowl because I had an opinion that fast. And I'm excited about the Super Bowl, looking forward to it. And just one thing for the clients to remember, the casual bettors, it is just one game. Don't, blow your whole season playing one game. I know there's going to be a ton of props and things to do, and sometimes people get carried away on the Super Bowl. It's another game. I do have a strong opinion on it, but you can really dig yourself a hole if you play 30, 40 props like so many people will want to do on Super Bowl Sunday to have action on everything. Every play will mean something for people with props, that's for sure.
Marco D'Angelo, co-founder of WagerTalk.com. And guys, I want to make mention that and Teddy and I have spoken about this on the show. When you see a line, you love it, you put it up. Those are the ones that win. When you wishy-wash all week trying to figure out where to find an edge and this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's those instinctual plays that excite me. Marco, let's get into it, man. Vancouver playing Chicago. A much better team, this Vancouver team, since Bruce Boudreau took over. Chicago really just up and down, really can't find any rhythm. It's basically even money here. Who do you like?
Well, I like Vancouver. And coming into this game, Prez, both teams currently are not playing well. You got Vancouver that's lost 4 of their last 5 games, and you got Chicago that's lost 5 of the last 6. But I can make an excuse for Vancouver, and I have a thought on why I think Chicago's struggling right now. Vancouver was playing, as you said, when they fired the coach and everything that gave the team a spark. We see that so often in sports. But this recent slide, Vancouver's been without their number 1 goalie. He was out with COVID. He came back in the last game and lost a gut-wrenching game. 1-0. Lou gives up 1 goal, stops 31 of 32 shots. The 1 goal that he gave up, it was in overtime. Now, I expect them, to rebound tonight. They'll get back on the winning track with Demko back, in the net. And for Chicago, what I think the problem is here, and you guys know I'm a big Marc-Andre Fleury fan, he's not playing well right now. And last 2 games, you've got Chicago's given up 5 and 6 goals. And I think that Fleury is hearing the chatter. And the chatter is every trade rumor that's circulating as we approach the trade deadline seems to involve Marc-Andre Fleury. Contenders that need a goalie, he's the most likely candidate. And this is a guy that if you follow the Vegas Golden Knights as we do here in Vegas, and as I said, I've been a fan of Fleury since his Pittsburgh days. It was rough when he left here. This is a guy that didn't want to leave Vegas and then got traded to Chicago and now could get traded again, have to uproot his family again. I think it's weighing on him, and I'm going to go against him. I'm going to take Vancouver in this spot. And I mentioned the 5 and 6 goals in the last 2 games. Here's a stat for you. This season, when Chicago has given up 3 goals or more in back-to-back games, they're just 3 and 15 in their next game. I'm on Vancouver tonight at a very nice price. Take the Canucks.
So let's shift focus to the NBA for tonight. And this is an interesting scenario, Marco, because when you posted last night, you liked Philadelphia -3.5 over Memphis. And we look at the lines this morning as we speak, and now it's Memphis -3.5 against Philadelphia. The only player that's going to cause a line move like that is Joel Embiid, and Embiid's sitting for the Sixers tonight. And in my mind, Embiid is the key to the handicap because Memphis is a team that wants to take the ball in the paint, wants to drive the ball in the hole. And when Embiid's in the low post, Memphis isn't going to get those easy looks. Without him, huge advantage to the Grizzlies, perhaps, but the markets have made a significant adjustment. Again, we've seen a 7-point line move on this game between last night and this morning. What are we going to do with the current number? 76ers, 3.5-point home dogs, total sitting at 218 against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Welcome to handicapping the NBA 2022. And this is what makes handicapping the NBA overnight so tough. And obviously for the show, I did it last night, expecting to have all hands on deck. It changes everything in this game for the reasons that you just said, Teddy. What I was looking at in this game, why I wanted Philadelphia, was the spot that Memphis was in. Memphis was playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, and this was a huge revenge game for Philadelphia. And I know we talk about revenge and say it's overused in sports betting, but this was one of those that it was a key reason. They got blown out when they went to Memphis earlier in the season. They got drilled in that game. They lost like 126-91. That was a game that was immediately following. 2 days later, they had a big Saturday night game on ABC. I remember the game well because I was on Philadelphia in that game. Philly beat the red-hot Golden State Warriors. Played a great game. And that's been the MO of this Philadelphia team over the last several years. They play to the level of the competition. Well, there's nobody hotter in the NBA right now than Memphis. Philly's playing well too, but like I said, they throw duds in there every now and then like they did in their last game. Sacramento, they only win by 2. That's why I was looking to bounce back on Philly here. I love taking good teams coming off a lackluster performance. Why was the Sacramento game a lackluster performance? Because they just drilled the Lakers. Even though LeBron wasn't in the lineup, it's still the Lakers, and they drilled them in the game before. Sadly, I didn't see the update on the line before we did the show. I got to apologize for that. Was running around trying to get the rest of my plays up for this morning. Do I still lean to Philly? Slightly, but it won't be a client play now. To be honest with you, Philly was going to be a client play for me today in this. But without Embiid, I can't do it. We'll watch and see if they change anything later, but this is a big adjustment. Do you really give that many points for Embiid? I know he's the heart and soul of this team, but seems like a little bit maybe too much. Still weak vote for Philly, but it won't be a client play.
Marco D'Angelo, outstanding work, my brother. Let's go. You got a 5% major wager going back to December 2020. You've only released 12 of these plays, and you're 10-2 in them. That's outstanding, man. Great work. Guys, head over to WagerTalk. You can grab Marco's Super Bowl bet for only $9. It's a 5%, and also Teddy's as well, 5% play. Marco, that's it, dude. You've been promoted. Teddy did not lecture you. Things went well. Get out of here, guys. We're going to take a quick break. Teddy's big game breakdown, which happens to be on the Super Bowl, plus Carmine Bianco, Bryan Leonard, and of course, if we get 100 likes, the daily presidential address. Teddy, get those chops ready. We'll be back. 15 seconds.
Each and every Monday is $9 Monday at WagerTalk.com, and all daily picks packages are priced at only $9, including 5% best bets, normally priced at $35. As an added bonus, any picks packages loaded early for Overnight Tuesday or action during the week will also be priced at $9 until midnight on Monday. So make sure to take advantage of getting these $25 and $35 picks for only $9 before the clock strikes 12 and they return to regular price.
It is time for today's big game breakdown. And what game would we rather talk about than the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl? Side and total posted last night. As of Monday morning, we're looking right now at the LA Rams 4-point favorites for Super Bowl 56 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Total right now sitting, let's call it 49. There is some variance on the total. There's no variance on the side. I do have a very strong opinion, a rare, very strong opinion for the Super Bowl on the side, a 5% play up and available right now over at WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. But right here, I want to talk about the total because we've seen a legitimate, if you're talking about where's the sharp money coming for the Super Bowl, sharp money's coming on the under off the opener. And you can certainly understand why. LA wants to run the football. That's their preferred game plan. It's hard to trust Matthew Stafford against any decent defense. He threw another interception in the end zone yesterday. Of course, the Niners game-winning interception was dropped, which allowed LA to be here. Stafford, a difficult QB to trust. McVay knows it. I'm expecting a relatively conservative run-based game plan from the LA Rams. And of course, McVay likes to go for it on fourth down. Cincinnati has an elite fourth down defense. Long drives and in fourth down stops are absolute disasters for overbettors. No surprise if we see a drive or two like that in this game. Since he has a weapon kicker in McPherson, like Baltimore, okay? And when you have a red zone, a weapon kicker, and your red zone offense is having issues, like the Bengals' red zone offense had throughout the postseason, look, the pass protection against LA is likely to have issues. The red zone offense is likely to have issues. The Rams have a top quartile red zone defense. Since he's going to kick some field goals in this game, field goals, good for under bettors. Touchdowns, not so good. I do not expect a Super Bowl shootout. The betting markets at the open do not expect a Super Bowl shootout. You want the under? I bet it's sooner rather than later. You can still find 50 out there right now if you shop around. But let's expect, I'm not going to call it a defensive slugfest, but 27-21, that doesn't get to 49. I like the under for Super Bowl 56. There's your big game breakdown. Back to you, Mr. Prez.
Yeah, Teddy, great take. And you know what? It's funny. If you take a look at the defense of both those teams, they're so similar, even though the Rams are getting, well, they have all the big names, if you will. Anyway, I got to make quick mention before we bring Carmine in. Dan, that last image of Teddy's big game breakdown, can you put it up on the screen by chance, please? Yeah, the one. No, the last image. No, the two guys. And you know when he starts at the beginning.
No one knows what you're talking about, Prez.
At the beginning. The beginning
last
scene,
image.
Last image.
What are you talking about? He doesn't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Just say it.
There are two guys gazing out over the fields of daffodils with the word breakdown across from it. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Put that on the screen. I gotta get the video. And then freeze it. Okay, guys. People watching YouTube, finish what that image is. Write in the comments what comes to mind when you see that magnificent image that is supposed to foster sports betting. And all I'm thinking about is, honey, do you want to go to the bedroom? What the hell image is that, Dan? I mean, are you doing a Viagra ad for gay guys? What? Is this a hotline for males? What?
Apparently that's my
what
demographic.
Is that? Oh, that's your demographic. Extremely handsome gay men wearing muscle shirts with polka dots. Oh my God. Like what? Guys, Teddy, I cannot get over this image. The first time I saw it, I thought it was a joke. Anyway. Carmine Bianco joining us, everyone. I freaking love this man. Carmine, you went to the soccer game yesterday, USA versus Canada. We taught him a little lesson on how to play in minus 7,000 degree weather. How are you, bro?
It wasn't cold at the game at all. It was minus 4 Celsius, which is 24.8 Fahrenheit for you guys down south of the border. The weather was great. It was good for me because I was in a private box with food and free booze, so I was pretty happy about that. But it was a great game, and Canada won. We're top of the group and hopefully on our way to the World Cup. But we're here to talk some hockey.
Yeah, man, and you got a 5% play up today, guys. It's $9, and Carm is absolutely rolling, baby. You've had 5 of these plays in the month of January. You are 5-0, guys. Head over to WagerTalk. Take advantage of that. Let's talk Edmonton, Ottawa, Carmen. You know, I mean, I like the over in this game. By rule, I don't play over 6.5 because it's one of those funny numbers where you almost need one team to get 5 goals most of the time. Ottawa plus 170. Edmonton's put 4 wins in a row together. Is this a buy-on team, and what do we do in this game?
Yeah, I'll give you credit because you did say Edmonton's a buy-on team a little while back. I'm not convinced, but I'm not convinced because of their goaltending. I think at some point that dam is going to break. It's kind of like the Chevy Chase Vegas vacation movie where he sticks the gum into the little hole with the water at Hoover Dam. At some point, that goaltending is going to fall apart, but they're scoring goals. So they got Evander Kane. They're playing extremely. Teddy loves that Vegas. I feel old even talking about that movie. But they won 4 straight games. Evander Kane paid instant dividends in Montreal, scores the first goal of the game in that 7-2 win. As far as the total, Prez, I don't like the total. It's at 6.5, and Ottawa has been gravitating to and trending to the under, 7-2-1 their last 10 games to the under. And in those games, there's some offensive teams, Carolina who can score goals, Washington who can score goals. Those were 3-2 type games, so final score games. The thing here with these two teams is Edmonton just lays over this Ottawa team. Last year in the All-Canada Conference or All-Canada Division, they beat them all 9 times. And they've won their last 6 games in Ottawa. They've only played once this year, and that was in Edmonton, and Edmonton fell apart in the third period, allowed 5 goals in that period and lost 6-5, but 6 goals scored in that third period. Again, a game that was looking to an under. So I would probably lean the under here, but the only way to play this, if you're taking the Oilers, is the money line's like -200. By game time, it's going to be -220, -230. I think regulation is probably the way to go here. The Oilers just have too much talent on that team. Just 3 lines that can score. Yeah, I think -130 or -135 is regulation line. I think that's the way to go here.
So I don't know anything about handicapping hockey. I really don't. But I understand betting market, the betting markets. And when I see a line like this, for the next game we're going to talk about, New Jersey, Toronto. Toronto, I'm seeing as high as -345 out there, -360 out there in some spots. Total of 6. I know this much, Carm. This is a very good team against a very bad team. What do we do with the Maple Leafs against the Devils on Monday night?
Yeah, and Teddy, I'm not one that lays, I talk about it on Puck Time all the time, that lays a lot of juice on teams. I just can't do it. I've charted my plays and taking regulation time plays as opposed to full game plays, which gives you the overtime on these big money line favorites. And I'm profitable taking the regulation time plays with those games. You look at, ask anyone in the chat who took the Pittsburgh Penguins the last 3 games they played. They played Seattle, Detroit, and the LA Kings, each time -230 and over, and lost all 3 games. It's a bankroll killer, but some guys can do it with success if they find the right spots. Bryan Leonard is one of them. He's on a fantastic roll taking those games. He knows which ones to take and which ones not to. You look at this game, New Jersey's just struggling. 2-8 their last 10. It's goaltending. It's a merry-go-round due to injuries, due to COVID protocol list. 2-8 their last 10. They've allowed 3.625 goals per game, 29 goals in those 8 losses. And they have Akira Schmid in goal tonight. He's 0-3 with a 5.00 goals against average. That's not good in any league or in any way. And Jack Campbell in net tonight. He didn't start the last game. These two teams, as you said, played back-to-back. So tomorrow it's Mrazek in net for Toronto. They've got the better goalie in net tonight. The only way to play this, because you're not going to play that juice, is there's 3 different bets. You can take the Leafs puck line, -1.5, -125. If you put $100 on every puck line favorites over the last 80 days in the NHL, you're up $5,000 putting $100 down on the puck line on the favorites. Over 1.5 first period. Toronto has gone over 9 of the last 10 times, 9 of the last 10 games over 1.5 in the first period combined. And then here's a weird stat for you. I talked about it last time I was on the show. Will a goal be scored in the first 10 minutes of a New Jersey game? 14 straight games, 14-0. New Jersey has had a goal in their games in the first 10 minutes. Toronto, 9 of the last 10 games, a goal scored within the first 10 minutes. If you can find that line and the juice isn't high, that's not a bad play to take.
Awesome stuff, Carm. Thanks for joining us, man. Co-host of Puck Time. You can hear Carm and Andrew every day, 11 a.m. Eastern. Carm, You got a Puck Time event that you're working on, and you got Puck Time merch dropping. Tell us quickly about it.
We will be giving out some free stuff. Come and join us March the 18th during March Madness over at Westgate Casino and Sportsbook, the Clubhouse. We will be there. Myself, Andrew, Marco, Bryan Leonard, Prez. You're in town. If you're not deep in a poker tournament, you'll drop in. We're gonna have some hoodies, some coffee mugs, some shirts with our logos, some really cool sayings on them, and we're going to be giving them away. Come out and meet us and have a drink.
There you go. Carmine Bianco, everyone. Outstanding stuff, guys. He's got a 5% play up tonight in hockey. It's $9 Mondays. Teddy, Jeffrey, Chris G writes, imagine paying for a bet you can research yourself. Imagine using a stockbroker when you can do it yourself. Imagine doing eye surgery. It's on the internet. Google left eye surgery. Go do it yourself. Teddy covers. Bryan Leonard joining us. And man, Bry, you are freaking killing it in hockey, in everything. I mean, literally everything. But you in your hockey, 9 straight winners. My record is 15. So I hope you beat it, bro. And that was like when I didn't have gray hair.
My record in baseball is 15, but Marco's got a 25 in baseball. I'll never catch that. But
I don't want to ever hear that again.
I appreciate your thought process, but to touch on what you just said, why do we need wives? We could do it ourselves.
Honestly, Bryan, I've been asking myself that question for so long. You almost want to bring that picture up again from Teddy's big game breakdown. You know, those stunners. But that was a good line, dude. Okay, I'll shut up.
Teddy is just shocked about this conversation, the way it's gone today.
Or not, if you're shutting up. Bryan.
Okay, I'll go ahead, bro. You know what, Teddy? You go. You do it. You handle this segment.
I would, except for that you don't have Bryan's games listed where they're supposed to be listed. So I guess you have to do it.
Okay, and I do. So you're wrong.
You
Iowa -4 at Penn State.
You didn't update the
blah, 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 blah. Teddy's wrong. Iowa -4 at Penn State. Bri, what do you like?
Once again, we get the games I sent you overnight, and the lines have gone against us. Not as bad as Marco's, but we use Iowa here. It's up to 5 now. Still like them on the road here. This is a team in Iowa that I think has had terrible luck. If you take a look at the season, I do a lot with the shot quality metrics, and it just tells me what would. Everybody's all concerned about what actually happened in the game, and they say Team A won, Team B lost. They figure that's going to happen the next 100 times these two teams play. No, I says if you look at the stats, in hockey, you look at the expected goals, that kind of thing. In college basketball and the NBA, you look at the shot quality numbers. We see that Iowa on the season has played 4 games in which they lost, but the shot quality numbers say they had great chances to win. Even though they went 0-4, post-game shot quality numbers 65%, 58%, 58, 74. So we're looking at a team that's being graded as a 14-6 team that really very easily could be 18-2, and we wouldn't see this number right now. Penn State, on the other hand, is a team that's been very lucky in their coin flip games. I think we've got a bigger discrepancy between these two teams, and the line is feeling that out. It's open 3.5, was 4 when I sent it to you. Now we're seeing 5s. Still like it, not as strong as yesterday, last night with the 4, but it's still my best college basketball play of the day, and that's Iowa, minus the 5 on the road.
So when we look at Penn State, they've been a pretty good underdog. I mean, the last 2 games have been rough, both on the road. They've been good home dogs this year. They've been a fairly good home team, and they've been covering spreads in this range. Does that concern you at all, or is this simply a matter of, look, Iowa's the better of these 2 teams. They're an undervalued commodity because they've lost some of the games they should have won, and it's a one-way handicap, Hawkeyes or pass for you. Is that how you're seeing it, Brett?
I also agree with what you said about Penn State. They have played better at home, but you go back and the last game they played at home, they win against Rutgers 66-49, post game winning percent 50. The game before that, they beat Indiana 61-58, post game winning percentage 23%. So they're winning and they're being competitive, but they have not. They've been very fortunate. They're 2-0 so far this season on games in which they should have lost, and the winning percentages were 23 and 35. This is a team right now that catches the breaks. And Iowa hasn't caught a break all season long. I think Iowa wins this game by eight or more. I like to look at both sides. That's a good point about Penn State. They have played better at home, but when you look at the numbers a little bit closer, you see they've been a little bit lucky in that regard.
Bryan Leonard, everyone. Guys, Bry's got a 3-pack of NHL up tonight. It's $9. Head over to WagerTalk. Bry Wilford -3.5 at Mercer. And also tell the guys before you get going, 8 more likes if they want to hear the daily presidential address. But what do you like on this game?
Very slim relative to the last game we talked about. Wolford, you take a look at their numbers on the season. They've been an unlucky team. Game up at 3.5. It's up to 4.5. I understand why. Mercer's got a really nice record going, but if you go back and look at the stats, they've been extremely lucky in those games. Give me Walford -4.5, and it's just a situation right now. College basketball has been tremendous for us all season. Number 2 on the season in profit, number 1 in the NHL. And I've got not only three plays up in hockey today, the 3-4% plays. In the month of January, 34 and 14 on 4% or higher. I put up 3 of them today in one $9 package. It's a tremendous deal. The time to try us out is on Monday, guys. And you get a lot of nice handicappers out there with success. Get them for $9 each. Bet the board tonight, man. We're going to have a really nice night.
Okay. Teddy, you want a public apology?
Sure.
Okay. Guys, I pasted the wrong. I did not include Brian's 2 plays in the show summary beforehand. I didn't collect them correctly. I was wrong. Teddy was right. Teddy, I am prepared to spoon with you. I'm prepared to cuddle. I will give you, we can gaze into each other's eyes to Bronski beat, whatever you want for that egregious mistake that I made.
It's not an egregious mistake. Just don't call me out for your shit. Brian, when it comes to Wofford and Mercer, you're like, no, I didn't. This has been a series that's been absolutely dominated by the road team. When you look at the matchups in recent years, like road cover, road win, road cover. You paying attention to any of that kind of stuff? Like this, I talked with Dave Kogan. He's like, I don't care about series history. You're working a lot with the projected winning percentages and the shot quality, and that's working really well for you. Does the series history play in at all at this stage of the game, or not even? It's not a factor in the end.
I think it means more in the NBA where you have less player turnover. In college, you've got different players on the team every single year. I mean, sometimes you get the coaches there for a while, and if it is a long-time coaching trend, I pay more attention than I do when it's just, guys that are change coaches every few years, like the, UNLV Rebels here in Vegas. Yeah, it makes sense if you got, a coach that's been there for a long time. If it's a Duke with Krzyzewski and it's something for that makes sense. But so many of these teams change coaches and players all the time. No, it's not that important to me.
Bryan Leonard, everyone. Brian, awesome work. Great stuff. Thanks for joining us every Monday. Bryan Leonard is on this show. What a great show. We got over 100 likes, so let's get into the daily presidential address. All right, guys, I last left you with 6 prop bets for yesterday. Kelce over, winner. Odell over, winner. McPherson over, winner. Gay over, winner. But I did lose the Tyler Boyd and Debo 4 and 2. I got a couple of free picks for you guys in the NHL. I first want to mention it is $9 Mondays over at WagerTalk.com. You can get Teddy's 5% Super Bowl play for only $9 today. You can get Marco D'Angelo's 5% Super Bowl play for $9 today. You can get Carmine Bianco's 5% play today for $9. And I have a 5% play up in the NHL for $9 as well. I'm on a 9-1 run in these 5% plays. Bryan Leonard, 3-pack of NHL. He's going for 10 straight winners. So much good stuff going on over at Wager Talk. As for your free bets tonight, I actually have 3 for you guys, and I am betting these plays. I like the Leafs over the total of 6 tonight. I get that New Jersey struggled to score of late, but man, I think the Leafs are going to put up 5. I think we have a 5-2, 5-3, 5-4 type of a hockey game. I like that to go way over the total. I also like Vancouver against Chicago. Marco D'Angelo took that game apart in great detail. I am with him. I like the Canucks. And here's a big dog for you all. The Columbus Blue Jackets at plus 250 against the Florida Panthers. That's it for me. Teddy, I'm going indoor golfing. Take us home, brother.
Sure. I want to thank Marco D'Angelo, Carmine Bianco, and Bryan Leonard for joining us as our special guest today. Thanks to you guys for taking time out of your busy Monday. Hang out with us here at Wager Talk Today. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same channel, 9 a.m. here on the left coast, noon for you back east. Between now and then, enjoy the games and good luck. And be sure to stay tuned. The NFL opening line report coming up right here on Wager Talk TV at the top of the hour, 10 a.m. here on the left coast, 1 p.m. for you back east. Cheers.
Lock in all sports, all plays, all 5% best bets from now until Super Bowl 57 on February 12, 2023 from your favorite Wager Talk handicapper for only $1,199 versus a regular price of $1,999 for one total savings of $800. This limited time super discount comes out to less than $100 per month and only $3.28 per day. As an added bonus, your all access starts immediately. So the sooner you buy before Super Bowl 56, the more additional days you will get for free. Just go to WagerTalk.com, choose your favorite handicapper to lock in, and don't forget there is no limit to the amount of handicappers you can redeem our Super Bowl to Super Bowl offer on.